Hello, all my naughty gremlins. Before we get started on our video today, I just wanted to let you know we spent a lot of time on this video. Many hours.
A lot of time.
Lots of time and effort.
So much.
We improvised 99% of this video. So you could imagine all the stuff we had to cut out and redo. So I hope you enjoy me getting prosecuted for my crimes.
Right. Horrible crimes.
My horrible crimes. That Karen got what she deserved. So,
Yes, but that doesn't make it right.
I guess that's true. Don't forget to hit the like button. If you like this video, hit the like button. Do it.
Like, subscribe, bell notification, follow us on TikTok.
Do it. Do it now, or I'll take you to court. Court is adjourned. Yeah.
All rise for Judge Phil.
You may be seated. This court is now in session. So now, as I understand it, the defendant is being held on destruction of property and theft. How does the defendant plead?
Not guilty.
All right. And I do understand it as the prosecution is seeking no bond due to the highly risky nature of the defendant. I will grant that. All right. Now I guess we can get on into this little situation here and figure out what we're going to do with this gremlin. Prosecution, you may call your first witness.
I would like to call to the stand this adorable little child. Would you mind telling me what happened that day?
Well, I was in the store looking at bears, and as I found the perfect bear, it was a death bear and it was the last one. I went to go pay for it, and he stole it out of my hands.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Your Honor, I would also like to elaborate that this bear is a limited edition to my store alone. And that was the very last one in circulation.
Duly noted.
Thank you so much. You can take your seat.
Bunch of lies.
That is all, Your Honor.
All right. Defendant, you may make your case. Defense can call their first witness.
Your Honor, we call Jigsaw to the stand. Jigsaw, do you remember what happened that day at the teddy bear store?
Maybe.
Sir, it's a yes or no answer.
Yes, I remember. What happened?
Can you go over the details of what happened that day?
Okay, so my owner WedLock said, because things were being rough and everything, that I could pick out one toy from the toy store. So I go into the toy store, and I see this really cool teddy bear that I wanted. And I pick it up and I look at it, and the little girl took it from me.
Are you saying little Sue?
Yes, right there.
Your Honor, I have video evidence of that statement being false.
Your Honor, I would like to say I was not aware of this video being announced to the court.
We will let the prosecution show this video.
If you'll look to the screen real quick. As you can see, Your Honor, that statement was false. This one over here did steal the limited edition Death Bear from Little Sue's hands and ran out of the store without paying.
Jigsaw lying in my courtroom is a very serious offense. Defense, you may continue with your questioning.
Your Honor, I have no more questions for my client.
All right. Prosecution, do you have any questions for
Yes,
the defendant?
I do, Your Honor. Yes, I do. So, Jigsaw, would you mind telling me what you came into my store the other day for?
A toy?
Mm-hmm. And you saw that all of my shelves were stocked with any bear you could possibly imagine, yes?
Yes.
And out of all the bears that were there, you decided to take it from my one and only customer that day. And it was the last one, is that correct?
Yes.
I have no further questions, Your Honor.
Defendant, you may be seated. Well, at this time, I do believe we can move forward. All right, I think we can move into the verdict. I find the defendant guilty on all charges.
Dang it.
He will be sentenced to a $300 fine as well as 2 years of probation.
2 years?
Execution!
Little miss, I know and understand that you are upset, but unfortunately, execution is a little harsh for these violations of the law. Now, I understand that the defendant has another case that is being brought against him,
Dang it.
so we will go ahead and move into that and get the second violation handled.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, in the case of Karen versus Jigsaw, how does the defendant plead?
Not guilty.
All right, hopefully you don't lie this time. All right, prosecution, if you would like to call your first witness.
Yes, I would like to call Miss Karen to the stand.
Okay.
Hello, Miss Karen. Would you mind telling me the events that have happened over the last 3 days?
Well, he is stole my car and crashed it into a gas pump and destroyed it.
Mm-mm.
And would you also say that this is the same gremlin that you had an incident with at our local brunch place the other day?
Yeah, he threw food at me.
Your Honor, that is all the questions I have at the moment.
Defense, do you have any questions
Yes,
for
Your
this
Honor.
witness?
Well, Miss Karen, can you tell me the events that happened at the restaurant?
I ordered food and he gave me onion rings when I had ordered French fries, and then when I tried to ask for French fries, he started throwing food at me.
Ma'am, are you sure that you ordered French fries and not onion rings?
I'm deathly allergic to onions.
Well, on this day we have a tab receipt of evidence saying that you did order onion rings. Your Honor, if you go to slide 9. Thank you. As you see right here, everyone, that Karen did order one set of onion rings and not French fries.
See? She ordered one onion ring.
Jigsaw.
That only proves he took my order wrong.
I mean, there's a very fine difference between onion rings and French fries. Is there not?
I mean, it looks like a child wrote it, so I didn't order onion rings.
Well, the
Your
evidence
Honor,
is there,
are we
ma'am.
sure we know the intelligence of said defendant, that he can write orders correctly? I understand he has only worked for a week at this place.
Defendant, what level of school have you completed?
None.
I find it
I've
very
nev-
hard to believe that he could write an order ticket.
Were there any other employees there working at that restaurant?
The manager.
Could it have been possible that the manager have taken down the order?
No, he took my order.
Well, it seems like here that it's a he said, she said. I have no more questions, Your Honor.
All right. Prosecution, do you have any more witnesses that you would like to call? Ma'am, you
I
may
have
step
no-
down from the table. All right, as I understand it, the prosecution does not have any more witnesses. Defense, do you have any witnesses that you would like to call?
Yes, Your Honor. We'll call Jigsaw to the table. Jigsaw, can you go over detail of what happened in the events at the restaurant?
Yes, I can. So, this mean Karen lady comes up and orders a burger and onion rings.
Mm-hmm.
And then, after she gets her order, she sits down, she gets right back up and tells me that she didn't order onion rings. And then she throws the onion rings over the counter.
So you are saying that she said she did not order onion rings and French fries instead.
No, she ordered onion rings instead of French fries. But she said she ordered French fries, which she didn't.
Okay.
Your Honor, I believe we also have video evidence of this case in question.
All right, we may play said video evidence.
So as you can see, Your Honor, from that video, it is not entirely false that my client did not throw food at said defendant. But as it was shown in the video, she was not in the wrong and it was his fault that he started it.
Objection to that.
How did I start it? She threw the food first.
That is true. It is on evidence of video that Karen here threw food at my client Jigsaw when he was trying to simply explain to her that she ordered what she got. Karen became very aggressive about it and threw those onion rings.
She did.
We have no more further questions, Your Honor.
Okay.
Can I be seated?
No. You're going to sit there, son, and you're going to wait.
Okay. Fine.
Your Honor, I believe we have
Moving
a more
forward.
pressing matter right now, other than onion rings and french fries. My client's car, as she has stated, is totaled because it was stolen out of a gas station convenience store parking lot and crashed into said gas pumps at gas station and exploded.
All right, prosecution, do you have any more questions for this witness?
Yes, I have questions about the property damage to my client's vehicle. Everyone may see it. Jigsaw, would you mind telling the courtroom what this is?
Looks like a piece of paper.
This is a piece of paper detailing the property damage my client says you caused to her vehicle.
I mean, it
Does
looks
it look
about
correct?
right. It looks about right.
Your Honor, can I call for a 5-minute recess?
Recess! Finally!
Yeah, I do believe we can take a 5-minute recess. I could really use the little men's room.
Jigsaw.
We will meet back in 5 minutes.
Jigsaw, come here.
What?
Come here.
What?
What are you doing? You don't admit to it.
There's nowhere to play.
Shh. This is serious.
Forced recess.
You do not admit to it.
I didn't know what to say.
Get your head in the game. You lie.
Okay.
You have
You want me to lie?
yes. You
What do you want me to say?
you have no idea who the hell this Karen is or her car. You don't know anything. You weren't even there.
Okay.
You weren't even born.
Okay.
You have no idea, okay? Just let me do the talking. You act so innocent.
Okay.
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 All right, court is back in session. 5-minute recess is over. Prosecution, you may resume your questioning.
So right before our 5-minute recess, it sounded like you were saying that everything on here is accurate. Would you mind telling me what exactly happened to said vehicle?
I have no idea. I have no
Well,
idea what
Your Honor,
happened.
I believe before we went to recess, we had a confession of some sort.
I didn't confess to anything.
I object. My client did not say that he knows of this at all. So we cannot say they did.
Your Honor, I believe that is the end of my questioning.
All right, defendant, you may be seated. Prosecution, do you have any more witnesses?
Yes, I would like to call WedLock up to the stand.
What?
Mommy's in trouble.
What the hell am I being
Uh-oh.
called, Stan?
Miss WedLock, would you say you are familiar with this brand of wine?
Did you take it out of my cabinet?
No, this was purchased from a store right around the corner. But by that assumption, I believe that this would mean that this is her favorite bottle of wine.
I know what you're talking about.
Anyways, that bottle of wine was found at said crime scene, a convenience store, right down the street where my client's car was stolen and blown up.
Do we have any evidence of that?
Why, yes, we actually have video evidence of it. We'll play that on the screen right now, Your Honor.
Sir, I don't
As you can
remember
see, Your
drinking that
Honor.
day.
Do you remember
As
anything?
you can
Go ahead.
Your Honor, I believe it is a safe assumption that this woman was under the influence when taking her children out for a walk. And while she was under the influence, her child stole my client's car and crashed it into a gas station. I rest my case. Thank you.
This is a goddamn witch hunt.
Miss
So
WedLock,
what?
you may be. Miss WedLock, you may be seated.
Mommy's happy juice.
All right. In the case of Karen versus Jigsaw, I find the defendant guilty of destruction of property, but not guilty for assault. I do believe he was acting in self-defense. Young sir, you are now sentenced to 1 day in jail. You need to
Okay.
go to obedience school.
No.
You need to pay restitution to this fine woman, which you
I
will
wouldn't
do
say fine.
by working on community service for 300 hours.
Oh.
And Miss WedLock, after hearing the prosecution talk about your alcohol problem, you need to go to at least 3 classes of AA. This court is now out of session.